Ooh, it's a Brady.
Hey Jay, how are you?
I'm good, Brady. Yes, yes. Push the like button. Push the like button.
Whew.
How was finals week?
It was all right. Sorry about maybe a potential late start here. Moving out day was completely crazy.
It's all good, bud. It happens. And now your first semester of college is over. Congrats.
First year.
Yeah, technically, I guess that's true. You did survive
The
the
first
spring
semester,
semester.
the spring semester. Shoot,
Stop breaking stuff. What the heck was I doing? I'd say technical issues are a rarity, but that's just not true. We are going to
oh
have
yeah,
technical issues. It is a fact of life.
that is true. We are going. Technical issues are part of the job.
It happens.
Whew. Oh wow, that's
I have. It's been kind of a hectic week. I haven't caught up on things, so we're kind of going to make this up as we go along. I know right now Celtics 76ers are playing game 6 with 76ers up 3-2, and they're currently down by 10.
and I know the Stars are about to start.
That series is tied.
Oh, thank you. That game 4 was phenomenal from us.
It was much better than the game 3 where we just got stomped. That was
As
a pretty
uh as my
one-sided beatdown.
as my dad would like to say, we crapped and fell back in it, and he didn't use the word crap. So we'd crap and fall back in. It's kind of what we did, but we did a really good job of rebounding in game 4. And talking with my hockey guy at UNT, and he was telling me the Kraken play a completely different type of hockey than the Stars and then the Wild. The Kraken play really fast. The Wild was really physical, kind of in your face, grinding for each goal. The Kraken are just flying all over the ice, and that the Stars may have had a bit of a culture shock with changing from playing the Wild to playing the Kraken. And it looked like finally in Game 4 we were doing a good job of balancing that fast pace but remaining physical, but being able to keep up with them.
What's up, ZXL? Yeah, I don't know where our resident hockey fan Tara is tonight. I messaged her earlier. Um, I'm sure if she's around, she'll pop in to chime in on hockey. That is her sport.
Right. Seager's starting his rehab assignment today in Double A,
Yep, yep, I
which I've
saw
always
that.
I always found it funny. I imagine some 20-year-old kid at Double A. All right, kid, today you're gonna make your first Double A start. Leading off is gonna be All-Star Corey Seager. Have fun.
Yeah,
Or
I don't.
it's more fun when the starters do it. Like when I saw Max Scherzer was down in Double A doing a rehab assignment. It's like, all right, guys. So I know you're a bunch of 19 and 20 somethings, but today we're gonna face Max Scherzer. Have fun.
Well, there's a
It's just
shocking stat for you. Dane Dunning has the fourth best ERA in baseball among pitchers with at least 30 innings.
he has really come to play this year.
1.72 ERA? Yeah, I'll take that.
Which is, you need that production with DeGrom going down. You're definitely going to need that type of production from the rest of your starters.
Well, Leiter right now is pitching and
I don't know how he's doing.
five innings pitched, 5 innings pitched, 1 run, zero. How do you have 1 run and 0 earned runs? Okay, got to be an error somewhere.
Because, yeah, probably scored on an error.
2 hits, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts, 7 of them swinging for
Good.
88 pitches, 56 strikes.
Good. Yeah, he had a good start his last start, but that was his first good of the year. That was the first one where he really, I mean, he had a good one on April 12th, his second, 3 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 7 Ks. That was on May 5th. So, and I know he was starting today.
Yeah, apparently he had a pretty good start today. So I will take it.
Yeah, I didn't get, I mean, I get that, people are going to worry when your number 2 overall pick from just a couple years ago is struggling, but I'm not worried. You gave him a highly aggressive assignment coming out of college. I'm not worried about it. And I mean, and how many times have top prospects not been good in the minors, then get to the majors and figure it out? It's possible.
It is.
Everyone wants Evan Carter, who's tearing up Double-A. Everyone wants that production from your prospects, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they're failed or they're bust. It just means they're having a slow start to the year.
Yeah, but also, how many times have we seen guys tear it up in the minor leagues and bomb in the majors? So
Well, yeah,
you
the
kind of got to
opposite
take it all
holds
with a
true.
grain of salt.
Right. And so what I'm more focused on is, some of the more nerdier numbers and how good does his stuff look. Because if his stuff is working for him, but guys are just hitting it, then maybe he gets to the majors and guys don't hit it. I'm not pushing the panic button in, 4 or 5 starts into year 2 for a guy that had an aggressive assignment coming out of college. If he's still by the end of next year, if he's still in Double-A and struggling, I'll be worrying then. If he's not at least at Triple-A by the end of next year, or at minimum tearing up Double-A by the end of next year, I would be worried a little bit then. But I'm not worried right now.
Jonah Heim is killing it for the Rangers.
Oh, yeah.
Second, like batting average is second, slugging second, OPS second amongst all catchers. I mean, he is killing it.
Last year, I felt that sorry, you weren't done.
I was going to say, and the Rangers have already had 4 games this season of 15 runs or more. That ties our franchise record 6 weeks into the season.
Dominant offense. But I think, Heim had a really bad second half last year, but his first half, he tore it up, which is why his numbers look pretty decent. I felt he should have been an all-star last season over Jose Trevino. I thought they gave it to Trevino because he had they were pretty equal. I mean, Heim had a better number here, Trevino had a better number here. But I felt like they gave it to Trevino because, well, he played for the Yankees and Heim played for the Texas Rangers. And if you're going to, if you have a choice between 2 catchers, you're going to give it to the Yankees catcher without even looking at the other guy. And so I think this year he's taking that a little personal and it's just tearing it up with the bat right now. And which, I mean, obviously I love.
Well, I know Heim right now, between his starts and his DH, is on pace for 135 games this year. That's not gonna hold up.
No, well, with catchers, no, you're not going to hold up. Oh, there we go. I was looking for the chat. There we go.
I lost it. Thanks, ZXL. I always appreciate you, man. Kilroy, Rob, Greg. Hawaii is calling. Hey, have fun, ZXL. Appreciate you stopping by.
But I mean, right now the Rangers, we have what, a 4-game series coming up against Oakland in Oakland. So the worst team in baseball, the only team that has less than double-digit wins still. They're 8-30, the poor A's, and you got 4 games against them with an already 3-game lead over the Angels for first place. You got a chance to build a really nice lead here with this 4-game series, because after that, we get a little look at the schedule here. After this series, you got to face Atlanta at home. That's a tough series. Then Colorado, back to, I don't say the easy schedule, but back to a little bit easier. Pittsburgh's been pretty good, but they're kind of cooling off. Baltimore and Detroit, really, the tough. I remember, it's July, where starting in July, you'll face Houston, Boston, and then later you'll face Cleveland, Tampa Bay, the Dodgers, the Astros, and the Padres. I mean, that's, they need to really take advantage of this weak part of their schedule.
Right now, Tampa is currently kicking the ever-loving crap out of the Yankees, which, okay,
makes me happy.
Good.
29-9 is their record. 20. Yeah, there you go.
I know.
There you go. Yeah,
well, I mean, look at it. Look at the Yankees at 21-17.
They had the same. They would be. Let's see, what was that? I'm looking at I have it on my phone right here.
They'd be tied. They'd be tied with the Twins in the Central, and
in second place in our division.
Yeah, in second place in the West. The AL East is freaking insane right now.
You realize that the top 4 teams in the wild card race are all 4 of the bottom AL East teams. Wild card standings. You'll see that it's Baltimore, Boston, Toronto in the wild card game right now, and New York is only half game back at Toronto. So it's looking like, and that my prediction would be wrong when at the beginning of the year I said it'll be the top 3 teams out of the East. The Central's not putting more than 1 team in, and if we can somehow claim second, then we'd be in the playoffs. That's looking like if we don't get first, there's a chance we may not get in the playoffs if we don't win our division. So, the AL East is definitely putting pressure on us.
I think some of those teams will cool down, though.
Oh, it's still May, early May. I never do my first what I call stat checks, where I start looking at guys' stats and seeing how everyone's year's going on Mother's Day. Because that's kind of the first, because by that point, some of the, the fluctuations have, kind of waned out a little bit. And, simply because right now, everything's so close that usually by the time you get to June, July for, the trade deadline and all that stuff, trade deadline buildup, until that point, that's when kind of teams start to pull ahead. You start to see the margins widen, and the teams who are, going to be sellers, so to speak, really look at it and go, yeah, we're going to be selling off our players. One guy that I heard that's been getting called about is Roldis Chapman with the Royals. I'm telling you, I wouldn't mind going and trading for him.
I'm familiar with Chapman.
He's killing it in Kansas City right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's having a great year. Oh, our bullpen really worries me. Your mic is going in and out, bud.
It worries me. It worries me too, because you saw they DFA'd Ian Kennedy today, and they recalled John King. They DFA'd Kennedy. They recalled John King from AAA. So King's all right.
I didn't get the notification on it.
Yeah, he's all right.
Ooh. Wow. Sixers have already come back and taken a 1-point lead.
Ground ball lefty, one of those guys. But
yeah, the Sixers have already stormed back from that 12-point deficit, and they're up 64-62 with 4:21 to go in the third.
Yeah, I see that. Oh, it's on ESPN. I can watch it. Cool. Because stupid Fubo doesn't have the Turner channel, so I was hoping it wasn't on TNT because I don't get TNT in there.
I mean, the Reds beat the Mets 5-0. Tampa Bay's up 8-0 in the bottom of the eighth.
Well, the Mets,
Twins
the
beat
Mets
the
have been
Padres
having
5-3.
I think it's karma with the Mets because they were clowning on the Rangers for signing DeGrom, and now their entire pitching staff is injured. So, hey, and we're weathering the DeGrom storm right now.
That Evaldi signing is coming off like a dream right now.
Which leads me to a question for you. So, Jake, if a genie came down and said, okay, DeGrom will be hurt until the playoffs, but I can guarantee that you'll get to the playoffs and he will be fully healthy for a whole playoff run and he'll still be able to pitch the way he pitched, I think, would you be okay with that? Would you think the contract was worth it if you have him for the playoffs?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Yep. If you get 15 to 20 starts out of him this season and he's healthy for the playoffs, he's worth every penny of that contract.
Not for 1 year, he's not. I need more than one season for the amount of money we gave that dude and the number of years we gave him.
If he does it for all 5 of the years, you get 20
absolutely.
starts and he's ready and he's healthy every October, yeah, he's worth that contract. And because you knew going in he's not going to be the 32, 33 starts a year DeGrom, but in all 20 of those games, you're in every single one of those games, no matter what. For the first 5 or 6 innings of him being in that game, you're in that baseball game. He's, you can guarantee that pretty much with him on the mound. Which is, really nice to have. And I'm not worried about him because we knew it coming in. And if he's out 2 or 3 more weeks, keep him out 4 weeks. We're doing pretty fine right now. I want him for that run in July where we face like 3 or 4 of the top teams in the league in 1 month. I want him for that. I want him for that month. Right now, we're facing the A's and the Rockies. I mean, hell, the guys we have can beat those guys. That's fine. I want them to be precautious with him. And the fact that he hasn't needed Tommy John yet leads me to believe he's not going to need it. Because if he did, they would have already, he needs Tommy John surgery.
We can definitely hope he doesn't need it.
I just feel like if he did, they would have already announced it. Then they would have already. He's probably been evaluated how many times? I guarantee. I mean, I don't think they would come out a couple weeks later and then say, "Well, now he needs it," because usually it's it sounds like it's just he needs rest. But hey, Dunning has stepped up in a big way, and it's really been awesome. See, we got under 2 minutes now. Jaylen Brown just got fouled at 69-65 Philadelphia with 1:46 remaining. Jaylen Brown's going to the line.
I've got it up on the other screen. I don't really have a dog in that fight. I really don't give it. I really don't care who wins.
I want to see the Celtics win, because
I mean, and
Seth likes the Celtics.
Cut out on your brain.
I don't want to see Philadelphia sports fans happy. So I'm rooting for the Celtics.
You know what?
Do you hear me?
It's not. Yeah, it's not like the Celtics don't have enough titles in their history. I don't care who wins. I don't. It's hard for me to care about the NBA right now.
I just don't want to see Philadelphia sports fans happy. If they lose, I'm happy. Then I'm a happy man. I feel like I won if Philadelphia team loses. Except in last year's World Series, because I felt like crap because it was the Phillies and the Astros.
That's a fair argument. That's a fair argument. Let's see what else. Kansas City beat the White Sox 4-3.
Oh, the White Sox, Howard. I feel so. they're on the struggle bus right now.
Kind of have
They're
been for a
really
number
young.
of years.
Well, and what they remind me of, and I remember telling my guy Chase, my basketball guy on my KNTU show, was talking to him about, they're kind of like the Philadelphia 76ers in that it was trust the process. For so many years, it was, all right, we suck right now. We have a crop of young talent, and that young talent has been getting injured and not playing well, as they're 13-26 right now. They're hemorrhaging losses. They've royally bungled the managerial search. I mean, obviously, Tony La Russa was the completely wrong hire, and anybody who knows anything about baseball could have told you that that was a bad hire. But you did it anyway. It backfired miserably. And then you hired, they hired Pedro Grifol. I want to say he came from the Rays, but don't quote. I'll look it up. I don't quote on that. But I don't know if it's him. I don't know if the players are sucking. I think it's just a combination of Chicago and the South Side. Or they North Side. I forget. I forget which one is North and which one is South for Chicago.
I don't know.
Royals. He came from the Royals. Grifol, their manager.
Yeah, I really don't know. Let's see. Yeah, we got a New Jersey, Carolina right now over in the Devils. Hurricanes are tied at 2-2 with. That game is currently tied 2-2 with 5:36 in the third period. But I mean, Carolina's up 3-1 in that.
Carolina's good. They're a really good hockey team right now. And looks like it's tied. Celtics tied it. Harden's got we're probably watching the same thing. I'm just narrating it. And there goes Harden. And that's a foul because you moron went for the double pump.
No, I actually just have a couple of sports pages up. I'm not actually streaming any of the games at the moment because you want a good way to get a live feed shut down, stream that. You don't mess with the mouse and their copyright and their ability to broadcast.
I can narrate, right? That's not against the rules.
Yeah. No, okay, that's not against the rules. We just can't show. We can't show the streams or the videos.
We can't show it. You can't show it. That was what I ran into with when I did my live draft show. Was I can't show it. If they slightly hear it in the background, I've never seen anyone get sued or taken down for that. Personally, I've never seen it. But you just can't show it.
So I mean, there is the fair use doctrine, where technically, as long as you're doing a reaction to it,
which is what we were doing, and Harden knocks down both.
Yeah.
Celtics throw up a shot, and oh wait, that's the. You're gonna laugh at me. I didn't realize it was the third. I thought it was the fourth.
No, that was into the third.
Okay.
73, 71, 76ers.
Yeah. I was sitting here going, well, that's it. The Celtics lose. And then I didn't see the Celtics, players sad, or I didn't see the 76ers fans run on the court. And I went, wait, what? And then I realized that the score, 73-70, said whatever it is, that's not a final score in the year 2023. That's maybe a final score in the 80s. That's not a final score. So I'm going to turn that off because I thought that was the end of the game.
No, that's the third quarter. Let's see. What else?
Yeah, we're having we're having to wing this. Wasn't able to get the script up. Oh, the schedule. The NFL schedule.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
since
we've
we're
got
DFW fans, I guess we could do the Cowboys.
um.
Okay, I'm a 1, 2, 3,
I mean,
4, 5, 6.
technically,
We have a week. 7.
that schedule's not actually released
Okay.
until the night.
No, it did get released tonight. It already has been released. If you go to ESPN, I see it right here. Talking about why are we always on Sunday Night Football to start the year? Why? Every single year.
There's Tara. Money. There's a reason the Cowboys have more
I know
primetime
why.
games than
I'm
any other team out there because
anyway,
we're the most
we're the
watched.
Cowboys. Yep. Let's see. We got the Giants in New York, Sunday Night Football, Week 1. Jets here.
We also
in Arizona.
We're also ending the season on the road at the Giants.
Wait, what?
What's the 10th?
No. I see. I see here. January 7th, our last game of the year is at Washington again for the last game. We all remember what happened
is it
last
Washington?
year. Yeah, it's Washington last game. That's January 7th. God, you remember that? That is the first game I ever fell asleep watching. Game, not even the Hall of Fame game a couple years ago. It was the week 7, the week 18 game earlier this season.
Ooh. Brady,
I fell
Brady,
asleep.
your mic is going. We have
a
mic
stretch.
is going. Your mic is going in and out pretty bad.
All right, hold on. If you can't hear me on this one, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go fix it.
Yeah. Tara, you want to come talk hockey? You can come talk hockey. You've got access. You can join us. I feel like it's too quiet. Here, let's do something. Stop breaking! Whoa, wrong button. That's not the right button.
Wrong. You're wrong.
The machines aren't taking over. I just don't know which buttons to hit. Or of course.
I thought this was America. Huh? Isn't this America? I'm sorry. I thought this was America.
So let's have some lovely background music. Here, we'll have some lovely, relaxing music playing in the background. I don't think I have the Orga scream as a sound effect. Mind you, that would be pretty entertaining. Let's go with right there. Ah. Yes, Brady is slowly turning Borg while he fixes his microphone. You know what? Just because, I mean, Kilroy did tell people I was going to do this. I guess technically I could follow through so that he's not a dirty, dirty liar. Let's see. Let's see what we do here. Hi, Tara. Look. I have a ball. See, Roy, you are not a horrible liar in this instance. You said there'd be live ball cleaning, and here we are. This is actually one of my new ones that I have not even really got to shoot any content with.
How's this?
We got half a word.
Is it still cutting out now?
We'll have to hear more than one sentence to decide.
Well, if you can hear me, then the problem is my internet is, it's horrible. Sully's the good word, horrible. There's not a word bad enough to describe how bad my internet is. So I had to run and get my hotspot. That's why that's why when I streamed, like, I can't stream any video here at my house on my internet because I look like an 8-bit character. It looks like an 80s video game. I mean, it's horrible. We're so close to Spectrum, which really makes me mad because I would love to have Spectrum here. But we have, and I'll say it, I don't care because I hope nobody buys their crappy internet. It's next link. It's horrible.
Yeah, I have the same problem. Spectrum and AT&T Fiber stop about 5 houses down from mine.
Oof.
So, yeah, I'm on DSL. And Kilroy, the ball is nude. See? Nobody
Nice balls,
said,
bro.
Yes. Nobody said what was going to be nude ball polishing.
That's one of the glories of bowling. You can walk up to another man and go, "Can I touch your balls?" It's fun.
Edit mic settings. Tara, we heard you speak, but you're still really, really quiet.
Oh, God. Hold on.
Oh,
Whew.
we're gonna get it fixed. See, this is the kind of thing we should have fixed beforehand. But you know, you live and learn. We will do better. I promise. Not even my towel. They even have a set. I have all 3 in this collection now. No, sir. No, sir. Lance plays with mine. His are too small for my hands. While we wait for Tara to figure out her mic.
Can you hear me now?
Barely.
We can hear you, but it's not clear.
Yeah, that is actually true and a pretty entertaining story. Daktar actually won a state tournament
How now?
using one of my bowling balls instead of his own.
Is
Not
that
the
for
first
anybody
time.
that I would know?
No, I don't believe you have actually met him.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think you've met him.
All right.
He and I have known each other for 20 plus years.
Okay, then I wouldn't know him. I thought he was maybe like a high school kid that you met at the bowling alley that had used a ball at a state tournament this year, like a year or something ago.
No. That had probably been like 2000 and... Hell, I want to say I was in high school.
Wow.
I was in high school at that time. It might have even been my double helix quantum.
Are we still talking about your balls?
Yes.
Yes. uh,
And
This is
Brady,
what
if
happens when I like ignore you for a couple of minutes and then I come back and I totally get lost.
that is true. Brady, this is one of the coolest bowling balls ever made.
what is it? That's a quantum.
This is the Quantum Double Helix. If you notice the multiple colors there, if you turn the ball, that red is a stripe that circles the ball. It is a combination of a reactive resin and urethane.
Huh.
The blue is reactive resin, or I'm sorry, the blue is urethane, and the red is a reactive resin.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yes, Kilroy, I have been friends with Jay entirely too long to not know that balls would come up at some point.
That is accurate.
Extremely. Extremely. That's what's really sad. Is that it doesn't even surprise me anymore. My mind just automatically goes to the gutter because I know that's where we are.
Yeah, pretty accurate. So, Tara, you want to give your input on that's not the button I wanted. What do we got? It's
playoffs.
the Devils and the Hurricanes right now, into the third, tied.
Well, so they're going to go back in for overtime. Let's go to the game center because I didn't watch this game today because, of course it's on TNT and I don't pay $1 million a month for cable. So I have to live with my little NHL app. But I will say yeah, but I don't pay for that either. You forget how I don't pay for any of them. Although I do use several different people's, Prime and Netflix and lots of other things, but I'm cheap and I'm frugal. I'm not allowed to say the word cheap. I'm frugal. But Carolina's been good all season.
Frugal is just a nicer way of saying you're cheap.
I know. But I'm really rooting for the Hurricanes. I'm not a huge fan of the Devils. They've kind of gone downhill over the last couple of years. Tomorrow's games are Florida and Toronto, and then Edmonton and Vegas. How Toronto keeps getting in the playoffs, I have no clue. Because they suck. They can't win a playoff game to save their lives. But that's where we are there. Everybody else is tied. So Carolina leads the Devils and Florida leads the Maple Leafs, but Seattle and Dallas are both tied at 2. Edmonton and Vegas are both tied at 2. And those 4 teams, I think those are the 4 teams to beat. Personally. Brady, have you picked up on any of the...
I've definitely been keeping up with, obviously, with Stars. Florida Panthers are having a huge Cinderella run right now. beating the greatest regular season team statistically of all time in the Bruins, coming back from 3-1. Then
Yeah.
now they're up 3-0 on the Maple Leafs, who, from everything I've heard about them, great in the regular season, but then they get in the playoffs and just can't figure out how to win hockey games. Obviously, Vegas and Edmonton are good. The Kraken are giving us money for our money. And Carolina really started to be good. I think, like you said, the Devils have been kind of falling off. And the Carolinas, from what I understand, has been on the rise the past couple years. So it feels
Yeah,
like
they have.
it'll probably be Carolina and Florida in the Eastern Finals, and then it could be the Stars. I still think it'll be the Stars, and maybe Vegas. I don't know which of the two I'd rather see.
As much as I love Vegas, I still want to see Edmonton. I want to see Connor McDavid get his ring. He really deserves it. He's a star player. I know he hasn't produced, as much as everybody thinks he has, but I see it. He needs to season a little bit more. He's still a young kid. I mean, they made him They made him captain of the team his second year, which is just, I mean, how much pressure can you put on one kid?
I personally think I'd rather just see the Stars win.
Yeah, me too. Personally,
Well, that's fine and all, but I have to have the Oilers are my little, little dream team. I just want it for them. I want it for Dallas too, but Edmonton's been out for so long that I think they're really due. There's a lot of players on Edmonton that have stuck with them for years and years when they were rebuilding and trying to find that magic. And I think they have it now. They've had it for the last couple of years, and they're just getting better. So,
sorry, and pardon me, Florida's up 3-1 on the Maple Leafs. So the Maple Leafs took. I know they were up 3-0. So then they obviously, I guess they took a game yesterday. No, I don't want. Yeah, the Leafs won 2-1 Wednesday. But I mean, if the Stars don't win, yeah, I guess I'll go for Edmonton. I'll go for the teams that I'm not as big on. I'm not as big on hockey history as I am in other sports. So I don't know what teams. I mean, obviously I know Seattle hasn't won one, and neither is Vegas because they're really new. I don't know the other teams if they've won one or not. I would assume Edmonton's won one, obviously.
Gretzky, before Gretzky went to the Kings, he was the Connor McDavid of Edmonton, and it really he hasn't. I mean, it was a huge scandal when he left Edmonton to go to, LA. So that's a team that has really gone downhill over the last few years is the Kings, they were always in the playoffs, and they haven't made the playoffs the last couple of years, I don't think. Trying to think. Well, they did. So Edmonton beat out the Kings, which is irony for you right there. Speaking of the great one.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, LA just hasn't been doing anything lately. We're in round 2. Yeah, I think we're going to have I really want to see the Stars over the Kraken, and I'd like to see Oilers over the Knights. I'm going to take Hurricanes and Panthers in the Eastern Conference.
Oh,
But
I'm for whatever team will make the Stars path to the Stanley Cup easier. That's who I'm for. I want.
oh well, then
I mean,
you're
to be-
definitely going to root for the Maple Leafs and the Western Conference is really where it's at, though. I mean, there's some good teams in the Eastern, but
Well, I think when the Bruins got knocked out and some of the other bigger teams in the East got knocked out, the East
Yeah.
really opened up, and the West has kind of stayed true with the exception of the Avalanche. The West has stayed true to probably who should have won each series, and so still the best teams are still there, except Colorado. And I think Dallas. If Dallas wins tonight, then I think it'll be the same thing as the Wild series. We'll probably take Game 6. If not, depending on how we lose Game 6, will be if I think we'll win Game 7. But I think if we win tonight, obviously our chances of winning the series grow exponentially.
yeah, obviously.
I'm just tired of us putting ourselves in these corners where we're down 2-1 and have to win Game 4. You win Game 4, then you feel like you have to win Game 5. And if you don't win Game 5, then you're putting yourself in another hole. And you don't, it's just tired of it.
Yeah. No, absolutely. That's kind of the way it always goes, though. Dallas won 2 nights ago. So, or
Yeah.
Right, yes.
2 nights ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Dallas won Game 4 6-3.
Very decisive win.
Yeah. Well,
Well, I
and
mean-
it looks like it's been that way. Like, so Tuesday, Dallas won 6-3, Hurricanes won 6-1 over the Devils, and then, Wednesday was 4-1 Oilers, 2-1 Maple Leafs. Although that must have been a lucky shot. So we're in overtime now. Let's see if I can.
Yeah, I mean, it really looks like with the Stars and Kraken series, it's been relatively like the Kraken's wins have been. They've had one good win and an overtime win.
Eastern Conference Final. For the first time since 2019, they lost 4 straight to Boston. Boston's 7 games to St. Louis that year.
Okay, so the Hurricanes have just closed it out. So
Did they already win?
they've just closed it out, is what they're saying on the audio.
Gotcha.
But since then, they built on it. The goaltender, Schmidt, held them in early. Just from the standpoint of calming.
Yeah, so this is the first time the Hurricanes have advanced to the next round since 2019.
So on changes, no team, just like we have in the second period. Jamming it to 5-on-5 hockey, unlike the regular season.
No, they are so confusing on this audio. They have not won. They have just started the clock. So if they win tonight, they will advance. So nobody has won yet. I retract that. I apologize. That's my bad.
This game for New Jersey. The bench just has a role, maybe moving up as it moves along.
Tara, gotta mute. I gotta mute that.
Me.
Yeah. If you look in the private chat.
No. What about? Oh.
Yeah, they get
Okay.
angry about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they just started the overtime on that, and it looks like Seattle Dallas just started. Brady, how is that?
Yeah.
Oh, you turned it off.
Me?
Looks like Philly
Me?
Boston is still in a. Philly and Boston is still in a close game with
Are they still in deadlock?
83 Philly, 81 Boston, 448 in the fourth.
I'll turn it on.
Yeah, they're getting down to the final 5 minutes of that game in a close one. Rangers just started second inning there in San Francisco at Arizona. I hate these. I hate these West Coast games. Starting a game at 8:30 at night is ridiculous.
I used to hate them a lot more when I was, in junior high and I was a young kid and I had a bedtime. Now, I go to bed at like 2 a.m. anyway, so it doesn't affect me. What? Oh my gosh, you piece of crap.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get the Ranger game up. But it's...
Yeah, while we're at it, I for lots of reasons, I try not to state too harsh of statements on certain things, but I will absolutely say as often and as loudly as I can, fuck Bally Sports.
Yep. I agree.
In fact, the Suns and Mercury had signed a media deal that was allowing them to leave Bally Sports, and the judge voided that deal today.
Oh, of course they did.
Broadcasting rights contract with Sons of the Mercury will remain. Includes a right of refusal that allows the company to match any new deals signed by the team if the rights are for less money. The judge said they failed to respond to Diamond Sports letters stating interest in matching a new deal.
Get down, ball. Nope. I will get down in his glove.
Let's see.
Young put a good swing on that one.
Yeah, basically the judge said the contract states that Diamond has the right to match any deal they're offered as long as it's for less money. And the teams didn't respond when Diamond tried to do that. Of course, if it's me, I understand where the Suns would want to do that. You defaulted on your payments. You went bankrupt. Why in the hell would I ever accept another contract from you?
Yep, but unfortunately, that's just and the fan opinion of Bally is so low that teams don't want anything to do with Bally because they feel it's a detriment to their product that they are on Bally.
Well, the biggest detriment to Bally Sports has been baseball. Basketball, a little bit, but TNT, TBS, and ESPN have the majority of those contracts. It hasn't hurt football because football's not really done on the RSNs.
Yeah, football's all on national stuff.
Yeah, but, the fact that personally, the blame has to go to the MLB.
Yeah.
The cord cutting and streaming services have been on the rise. And you signed a deal with the company who made it very clear that they weren't on board with the ideas of streaming. And they pulled their product from everything except the only place you can stream Bally Sports is AT&T. If you have, I think it's DirecTV that AT&T owns. It's the DirecTV app. That's the only way you can stream Bally Sports. Spectrum doesn't have it. None of the other cable carriers have it. Hulu doesn't have it. Nobody does. It's like you immediately cut off access to hundreds of thousands of your fans in a time where that platform is rising, and then come in and say we're going to create an app, but it'll be 2 years, and then you want $20 a month? No, just
Right.
no. Yeah, I don't know. It's got to be one of the worst business decisions I've seen with sports. Oh.
Yeah, that's not a hot take.
No. Looks like San Francisco took the lead over Arizona 2-0 in the top of the second. 2 outs, man on first for them. Who do the Rangers have pitching today?
Valdi.
Okay.
Nasty Nate, who's been on fire recently.
He's on a 20. He
tear.
came into this game with a 20-something inning scoreless streak.
He's just been tearing it up.
Tara's over there watching the hockey game.
I'm working on Google Analytics. How much fun is that? I mean, come on.
None.
That's like
Celtics are up right now. I don't know if this audio will come through. If it does, I'll stop it, but I hope it doesn't come through. But looks like the Celtics are up 89-84. A little over 2 minutes to go in the fourth.
You know what we should have had?
Oh, come on.
Ooh.
Don't want to work.
Damn.
Okay, well. Screw you.
Where
Well,
is
that's a
he?
pain. I can't. Why?
Well, while we're waiting on other sports updates, moving over to the PBA. The Rotholman PBA Doubles Championship was ended today at Mid-County Lanes in Delaware with Packy and Mitch Hoop taking first place.
Good for them.
And anybody who actually likes to watch Packy, he has his own YouTube channel, which is The House Bowling.
Whoa.
Nice 3-day tournament, $10,000 win.
You hear that?
No, I don't hear it.
Can't hear this.
No.
Cool.
Looks like Sean Rash and Matt Ogle in second, Dom Barrett and Simo in third,
Wow.
Belmonte and Bill O'Neill for fourth.
The Celtics have pulled ahead. A huge Jason Tatum 3 has put them up 92-84 with a minute, $1:52 to go in that one.
Good Lord.
They've really...
If people ever wonder the difference between a house bowler, a good bowler, and a pro bowler, Packy won the tournament, averaging a 256. that's a pretty impressive day. Not even a day. That was a 3-day tournament. It looks like the money spots were from, starting at 20th. Starting at teams 21 and up placed for money, with the lowest average of the week being 225.5. Ouch. 19th and 20th were separated by a total of 5 pins. 19th and 18th were a 4-pin
out.
difference.
There we go. Heim throws out Shea Langoliers at second for a strike him out. Was it a strike him out, throw him out? It was something. Third out of the inning. It looks like he came off the... Yeah, he came off the bag. Yeah, he's out.
Yeah, Kilroy, some of those guys are just damn good and damn consistent. How on earth has the Rangers' win probability dropped 6%?
No idea.
That is not what I wanted. Oh, wow. Yeah, Boston up by 8 with 1 minute to go.
Yep. Tatum for 3, and he sinks it. That's the dagger right there. 95-84. Boston, 36.6 to go. That's game.
I don't know what happened,
Tatum.
but the Stars are currently up 2-0, 12:44 remaining in the first.
Hold up. Yeah, I'm going to go look. Oh, it's on TNT, isn't it? I can't watch it. Son of a... Freaking Fubo. And I'm not going up in my living... I'm not going up in my living room to try and... Do I get... Hold on, this is funny.
Wyatt Johnston scored at 3:57 with an assist from Ben. And Roop? Who the hell names your kid Roop?
Rope.
R-O-O-P.
It's Rope.
He scored at 5:35.
Rope hits. Let's go.
Yeah, we're already...
Sweet.
Yeah, Stars are already up 2-0, so hopefully they can at least hold on to that lead.
Well, Devils and Hurricanes are still tied at 2, but Hurricanes have a power play for another minute.
And there's
Come on, Stars.
14 minutes remaining in overtime.
13 and a half.
Gotcha.
That's good. Hintz is one of the assists on Hintz's goal was from Thomas Harley, who's really stepped up in the playoffs for us. And then Robo had one there.
Romo,
Yanni.
what?
Robo, Jason Robertson. Nope. Romo,
Sounds
to my
like
knowledge, has not played hockey yet. Hawk and Paw misses.
Well,
Yeah,
well, there's golf going on.
What's going on in golf? I have no idea. I don't. I look
The
at and try
Byron
and see. I try and see who wins big tournaments, but yeah. And Gruber.
Oh, it's the Byron Nelson here in Dallas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hockey's one of those. I can watch it sometimes if like nothing else is on, but usually there's something else on. The only sport I really just cannot watch is soccer. I cannot. It bores me.
You don't know what you're missing until you watch good football, like the Italian Serie A or the Premier League.
I watched I was bored watching the FIFA, the whatever it's called, FIFA World Cup. I was bored watching that.
Eh,
I've always described it as, you know how people describe watching baseball? That's how it is for me watching soccer.
so World Cup gets a little diluted. World Cup is a little diluted because you've got to be able to put together teams for each country with their best players. And when you think of like the Premiership, kind of like the NFL, where they've taken players from all over the world to put together the best teams, much more competitive. And if you suck enough, they demote you.
So we
If
have
you're-
an update
Ooh,
on
which game?
the Hurricanes. Jesperi Kotkaniemi, whatever his name is, number 82 for Carolina, has gotten the overtime goal with no assists. So it is Carolina 3, Devils 2 final, and Carolina advances to round 3.
And it looks like Boston beat Philly to tie that series, so they're going to a game 7 in Boston.
Good. That makes me happy.
And then we do have Denver Phoenix coming up. Now, Denver Phoenix is due to start any minute now, and that's that series is Denver's up 3-2. I do love a good game 7. Let's see. I feel like I need to have an Englishman up here to talk the actual Premier football scores. Let me see.
What is that? The Europa League or whatever?
No, the Premier League.
Oh, Premier League. Oh,
Yeah.
English Premier League.
Yeah. I will see if I can get one of I'll see if I can get one of my English friends or UK friends to come up and give those scores next week.
What doesn't look like. Oh, well, there hasn't been any games since Monday.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
Oh, probably because of the thing this week.
The thing.
I don't know. What the hell were they doing this week with the King Charles? Yeah, he was crowned.
Oh, the
or
coronation.
whatever.
The coronation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so they didn't have anything going on this week. I would imagine that is why. Let's see. What does it say under news for? Oh. So Tyler Adams is set to miss the rest of the season for Leeds. The captain? He's a captain? His hamstring surgery? I don't know. Hold on. Let me go to this.
Wow. Dude.
Where's Kilroy?
Gilroy, you mean? Not Kilroy. Kilroy is here. Gilroy.
Oh, Kilroy's here. Gilroy is the one that's over there.
Yeah, that's Gilroy. Actually, he messaged me earlier. He just couldn't stay up much longer. He tried. It is, an 8-hour time difference.
It is.
And
Lazy.
I do have a couple of other English friends that are online.
Where's the what's the one guy that I've watched you with that I love too? The Irish dude? Is he Irish?
I have had an Irishman on my stream. Irish Demon was on my stream.
Yes, that one.
Irish Demon was only on once. Mark the Sarcastic Law Student He's English. He's been on my streams a few times.
So what's going on with the XFL? Do we have any news for that?
Championship game is next week,
Probably
May,
fair.
or is it something like that? Hold on.
I forgot it was a thing.
Uh,
I have no idea what it is, but
hold on.
okay.
I'll I know Arlington's in the championship game, which is gonna be really funny if they win. That the first like DFW sports team to win since the Mavericks in 2011 will be the freaking XFL team.
Wait, so Arlington has a team?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the Arlington. It's gonna be Arlington, and the Defenders, the DC Defenders, on Saturday.
You know what's better about Arlington having a team than that, Tara?
What?
Their coach is OU legend Bob Stoops.
No.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yep. The games are played at... Go ahead, Brady. Where are they played at?
The Temple, the most beautiful sports venue ever built. Globe Life Park in Arlington, the old Rangers' home.
Yep.
Oh,
Which is... They've changed the name of it. It's... whatever Castino bought it.
Choctaw.
where the hell
Yeah.
where did the Rangers move to?
They moved literally across the street to Globe Life Field, which they built indoors and an air conditioning.
So they're still right down the street from your old place.
They're a stone's
yeah.
throw from the old place.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I mean, we went to the game one time and like I walked back to Jay's house. No, you came and picked me up because I walked the wrong way and ended up down at the Stars, not Stars, Cowboy Field.
So here I will. I'll put this up on the map for the people who don't realize how close together this shit is.
Oh yes, please, because this is
So-
ridiculous.
So this doesn't look like much. I mean, oh, I've got to reorient this. You give me a second here, because this is.
Well, it's turned backwards from where your house was.
Yeah, I'm looking for. I want to rotate this. How do I rotate? Shite, not the right button. We'll just do it this way. I can orient. There. It's sideways from the way I'd prefer to look at it, but... So here we have the Cowboy Stadium, the worst located Walmart in the history of the world.
True. Yeah, but isn't that where that little this is gonna be so off topic, but like right over there in a little shopping center, there was the Asian market, and that place was fucking amazing.
Asian? No. No.
Was it not in the shopping center right down from AT&T?
It might have been down the street, not directly across the street.
It was
So, yeah.
really close.
So, Tara, if you look right here, this is Choctaw Stadium, which was Globe Life Field,
The Temple.
and literally directly across the street from it is where Globe Life Park. They built Globe Life Field directly across the street. This area right here with the river going through it. Give me 1 second here. Sorry about that. This area with the river is, what do they call that? Texas Live.
Yeah, Texas Live. The
Yeah,
hotel,
that is,
the Troy Aikman's place,
Oh.
Pudge's Pizza, the barbecue,
yeah.
the whole big boondoggle that Arlington created there.
So literally, the only thing separating the Cowboy Stadium from the Ranger Stadium is an entertainment district.
I think what's really
And
funny
a
is. Oh, sorry.
What makes it worse, though, is if you enlarge this map a little, you can see Six Flags Over Texas is in walking distance.
Oh yeah, it doesn't look like it's that close, but it's literally that close.
So is
And then-
Hurricane Harbor.
Yeah, Hurricane Harbor is right over here.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just on the other side of 30, right?
Yeah, what makes me happy, or not so makes me happy, what makes me like laugh is Jerry Jones is slightly PO'd that he's close enough to Texas Live, it's walking distance, but when you think of Texas Live, you don't think of the Dallas Cowboys, you don't think of AT&T Stadium because they're far enough away. It makes him angry that he's not in that area.
He deserves it. He
It's
deserves
funny.
it. No, screw him. I love the Cowboys to death, but I have no respect for the organization. And what it comes down to is when they were asked to contribute to be part of Texas Live, they said, we're not giving a dime. If you're not going to include us or include our name, oh well.
Well, the Cowboys are more focused on Frisco.
Which is stupid because Frisco's like, what, 40 minutes away?
Yep.
I have fair warning, if you hear any noise in the background, it'd be my little brother.
And keep in mind,
that does not sound like a human. I thought it was like a puppy or something.
That like grown? Yeah, that's him.
Keep in mind the amount of money that the city of Arlington gave to Dallas to build that stadium there.
Oh yeah.
And they don't. The city of Arlington makes no money on that stadium, on any of its uses, and the Cowboys organization does nothing for the city. Now the Rangers, on the other hand, the Rangers do a ton in, around, and for the city of Arlington. But we could do an entire hour or two show on how cities paying for NFL stadiums is wrong.
Well,
That
we
just
could do
shouldn't
a
be
whole
happening.
hour-long show on cities paying for any sports stadium is wrong.
True, but it's mostly only the NFL.
This is true.
The
This is
Globe
very
Life,
true.
Globe Life Field was
Well,
never
but what about the Mavericks and the Stars? I mean, yes, they both share the same location, but
the city of Dallas owns it.
Yeah, and they're actually in Dallas as opposed to the Dallas Cowboys who play in Arlington. And before that played in Irving.
Yep, Texas Stadium.
Have never actually been in Dallas.
Yeah, so
now-
the
Well,
building
but
that the
most
Stars
people-
and the Mavs.
Let's be honest, guys. Most people do not see a difference between Fort Worth, Arlington, and Dallas.
No,
we
and that-
do because we're from here. But
Well, yeah, and I mean that's fine. Nobody really gets annoyed by that. The only time I think I got real annoyed by that was WrestleMania when they're showing pictures of AT&T Stadium talking about WrestleMania in Dallas, and I'm like, but it's not in Dallas. Like, this is 20 minutes from Dallas.
Yeah.
This is closer to Fort Worth. But that's just the pet peeve of mine. The Mavs and the Stars, that stadium is not owned by the team or the organization. It is owned by the city of Dallas.
oh, and the team's leased then.
Globe Life Field belonged to the city of Arlington. After the Rangers got their new stadium, the city sold it with addendums. The old outfield, which used to be part of the management offices, now belongs to Six Flags. And the XFL is using it. And I believe there's some minor league soccer team that's playing there and using it. And the city uses it for events.
Yeah.
Globe Life Park, the new Rangers Stadium, also belongs to the city of Arlington, not to the Texas Rangers.
Huh.
That was the deal that the team worked out with the city. Was the city used part of its rainy day fund. They did not increase any taxes on the residents. Additional hotel and taxi taxes were added. And then the team paid for a portion of the stadium. And after, God, I think it's like 20 years, ownership of that stadium reverts to the city of Arlington. But the Cowboys? Nope. The city of Arlington and its residents paid with their taxes and property taxes for that stadium and get nothing back.
Oh, this is stupid.
Oh, you got a lot back. No.
No.
Come on.
Sorry, I'm looking at the Monday Night Football schedule on Instagram. There's several weeks where there's 2 games and one of them's an ABC exclusive. So it's like, that's stupid. I want to have one game. I don't want to have 2 on. Ugh.
Well, they've
Sorry.
announced that with the new NFL season, all games are now quote unquote free agents, and any station can get them.
Yep.
There will no longer be a limit of one Thursday night game a year for teams, and some teams are going to start playing 2 games overseas.
Which as long as the Cowboys don't play overseas, I'm happy.
I believe the Jags are playing twice in London.
Yeah, it's because their owner Shad Khan owns a bunch of crap over there.
Yeah, you could say that.
Doesn't he own one of the soccer teams or something over there?
Yes, Shahid Khan,
Yeah, Shad Khan.
not Shad, Shahid. Yes, he owns Fulham.
Mm.
He owns Fulham FC. Yeah. Wow. I did not expect this to turn into a pitching duel. It's scoreless in the 4th. What is going on here, Rangers?
I don't care as long as we win. You win. Hey, I don't care how you win the games. As long as you win the games, you win them. It doesn't matter to me.
I'll take any win however we can get it. But on that, we're going to call it a night and be back next Thursday.
I will not be available next Thursday. I will be somewhere in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico.
All right. Well, you enjoy it.
I will.
And I will see you back here in 2 weeks.
Yes, sir. All right. It's been fun.
Always.
Been fun, guys.
Bye.
See you.
Good night.